Wondered why some people seem to have it all together, while others are constantly struggling to keep up? It's not about luck, talent, or even having more opportunities. It all comes down to one simple thing: control over what you say, control over what you think, control over how you feel, and control over how you manage your resources. Let me tell you something. If you can master your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money, you can master your life. Most people don't realize that the power to change everything is already inside them, just waiting to be tapped into. But if you don't control these things, they'll control you. These things shape your world. They influence every decision you make, every relationship you build, and every opportunity you either take or miss. Control them, and you control your life. Let them run wild, and you'll find yourself in a place you never wanted to be. Mastering your mouth today, we're going to dive into this. We're going to break it down, and when I'm done, you'll walk out of here with a new sense of focus and responsibility over your life. Let's talk about your mouth. When I say control your mouth, I'm not just telling you to hold your tongue when you're angry, although that's important. I'm talking about realizing the power that comes with every word you say. The words you speak are like arrows. You can't take them back once they leave your lips. So many people don't realize this. They talk without thinking, spitting out negativity or gossip without considering the impact. But the truth is, the words that come out of your mouth have the power to shape your life, your relationships, and your future. When you speak, you're not just describing the world around you. You're creating it. The words you use build the foundation of your reality. If you constantly speak about how hard life is, how unfair things are, or how impossible your dreams seem, you are literally creating an environment that reflects those very words. You're putting that energy out into the world, and the world responds. On the flip side, if you speak with faith, if you declare possibility, if you encourage others, you're creating an environment where success and positivity can flourish. Think about the people who inspire you. Do they speak doubt? Do they tear others down? Or do they use their words to uplift, to push forward, and to open doors for themselves and others? That's the kind of power you hold, the power to speak life into any situation. But that power can also do damage if you're reckless. You've got to be deliberate about the words you use. So the next time you're about to speak, stop for a second. Ask yourself, is this going to help the situation or make it worse? Is what I'm about to say based in truth, or is it based on emotional frustration? Too often, people let their emotions control their words, and they say things they regret. But once it's out there, it's out there. You can apologize. You can try to make things right, but the damage is done. That's why you've got to be intentional about what you say. And here's the thing. This isn't just about how you talk to others. It's about how you talk to yourself. Self-talk is real. The way you speak to yourself, the words you choose when you think about your own life, your own capabilities, your own future, those words are shaping your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or it's too hard, guess what? You're going to start believing it. You'll limit yourself because you're feeding your mind the wrong message. You'll begin to act as if those limitations are real, when in fact, they're just a reflection of the negativity you've been speaking. But when you flip the script and start speaking positive, affirming words to yourself, everything changes. When you wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I can handle whatever comes my way. I am more than capable. I deserve success. That's when you begin to build the confidence and mindset you need to move forward. You speak yourself into strength. You speak yourself into courage. And before long, those words become actions. And those actions turn into habits that shape your future. You see, controlling your mouth isn't about silence. It's about being intentional. It's about understanding that every word that leaves your lips is either contributing to your success or setting you back. It's about recognizing that your words have power over your relationships, your opportunities, and even your own self-perception. Life will throw challenges at you, that's a guarantee. But when you choose your words carefully, you can navigate those challenges with a sense of control and purpose. When you speak words of wisdom, positivity, and truth, you attract those things into your life. People will start to see you differently. They'll respect you more. They'll come to you for advice because they know you're someone who speaks with intention, someone who uses words as tools for building, not for tearing down. Think of your words as seeds. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, that's what you'll harvest. But if you plant seeds of faith, determination, and positivity, that's what will grow in your life. So be mindful of the seeds you're planting, because you're going to have to live in the garden you create. Too many people spend their time talking about what's wrong, what's missing, or what they don't have. They complain about their circumstances, their jobs, their relationships, and they wonder why things aren't changing. But they're not using the power they already have. They're not speaking life into their situations. They're not taking control of the one thing they can control: their words. If you want to see change in your life, it starts with what you say. Let me give you an example. Think about someone who always talks about how hard life is. Every time you see them, they're complaining about something. What kind of energy are they putting out into the world? What kind of opportunities are they attracting? Not the good kind, that's for sure. Now, think about someone who always speaks with hope, someone who talks about solutions instead of problems. You can feel the difference, can't you? That's the power of words. That's the power of controlling your mouth. If you want to be successful, if you want to be a leader, if you want to make a difference in this world, you've got to get your words in check. Stop speaking defeat into your life. Stop saying, "I can't," and start saying, "I will." Stop talking about what's going wrong and start talking about what's possible. And don't just do this for yourself. Do it for the people around you. When you control your mouth, you become a source of strength for others. Your words can lift someone up when they're feeling down. Your words can inspire someone to keep going when they're ready to give up. But if you're reckless with your words, if you're constantly criticizing, complaining, or speaking in anger, you're going to push people away. You're going to create an environment where negativity thrives. And that's not the kind of legacy you want to leave behind. So, let's bring it back to this idea of control. You can't control everything in life. You can't control other people's actions. You can't control the circumstances you're born into. And you can't always control the challenges that come your way. But what you can control is your mouth. You can control what you say. You can choose to speak words that empower, uplift, and inspire. You can choose to be deliberate with your words, understanding the power they hold. This isn't just about success. It's about living a life of purpose. It's about recognizing the power you have to create your own reality, to shape the world around you, and to leave a positive impact on the people you meet. Words are a tool. If you use them wisely, they will build a life that reflects your true potential. If you use them carelessly, they will destroy opportunities before they even have a chance to bloom. So the next time you open your mouth, remember this: your words have power. Control them. Speak with intention. Speak life into your future, into your relationships, and into your own self-worth. And watch how the world changes around you. Mastering your mind now. Let's get real about your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It's where everything begins. Every action, every decision, every habit you build, it's all rooted in your thoughts. Your mind is where battles are won or lost, long before they ever manifest in your life. You've got to understand this, because if you don't control your mind, it will control you. And when you let that happen, you end up living a life that's reactive instead of proactive, driven by fears and doubts instead of purpose and intention. Now think about it. Everything you've ever done, good or bad, started with a thought. Whether it was deciding to go after a dream, hitting the gym to get in shape, or even making a mistake, it all started in your head. That's why the saying, "As a man thinketh, so is he," is so powerful. It means that your life is shaped by the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. What you focus on expands. So if your mind is filled with negativity, fear, or doubt, that's the direction your life will head in. But if you fill it with thoughts of growth, possibility, and determination, you'll start moving toward those things instead. Now, too many people let their minds run wild, letting fear and doubt take control. They worry about what might go wrong, about what people think, or about whether they're good enough. And once those thoughts take hold, they start to spiral. One negative thought turns into another, and pretty soon, they're stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and anxiety, paralyzed by the very thoughts they allowed to control them. But here's the thing. You don't have to live like that. You can change the narrative.